welcome back. We're back to working on the saucer here. We're going to do some decals today. This isn't permanently glued in because I want to do a clear, once we put these decals on, I want to do a clear coat. So I want to be able to remove that again. Let me show you the base. The base is coming along pretty good. Our little scenery there. Still got to do the water for the pond or lake or whatever you want to call it. But I made these trees here, and then I'm gonna fix these up. These were, pre-bought, real cheap. I think I got a bag for like $7. It comes with 30 of them. So what I'm gonna do is gonna use some of the landscaping glue, which is really pretty much like an Elmer's glue. Dilute it and then just spray them, and then take some of this darker flock and sprinkle it on there and make them look a little more real. And they are plastic trunks on those other ones, so I'm gonna have to, there's some flashing that I see on one of them. The others aren't too bad, but I'll go and clean the trunks up, and then I will paint them because they look plasticky. Yeah, the guy gave me an idea that once you put your thicker clumpy flock on there, you can take some of this flock you use on the ground and just give it a spritz and sprinkle it on there with the gluey water. Or even, where glue, you can still see glue where you glue these pieces on, you sprinkle it in there and it covers all that up too. Eventually the glue will dry clear, but you can always possibly see that clear kind of thing in the tree. But I think they came out really nice. And I did some flowers in areas. We got some rocks peeking through in the field. But yeah, that base is coming along good. Gotta still thread this rod for it to thread into there, and then we'll gussy up the bottom. So let's get to work. Not much on the bottom, just two of these in between each of the landing gear, and then you put these almost Star Trek-y kind of. The symbols aren't Star Trek-y, but just kind of the layout is. Just like the Enterprise says, NCC 1701, like this on the sides. Here's your front. So this is the landing gear with the. Let's double check. This should be the landing gear with the steps. Yeah, so that's going to be my front. I got this measured out for 5 millimeters, and I'll come off 5 millimeters from each edge with one of these. But let's get one of these started, and then the rest we'll do in pairs and stuff. But this will give us a good how these decals going to work. Oh, and I need a paper towel. I'll start with that one there. Are you loose? Oh yeah, you are. That's gonna look cool. Fresh Q-tip would work. Sorry for my reach if my reach is getting into the cameras. Okay, that was air bubble. I was kind of wondering what was floating on top or under that decal. But I mix a little bit of soap in my water, so that you can move the decals better. So it looks like the ideal is to, it's got to come this way a bit. Not a lot. It's almost like, do I go, yeah, I think that's the best way to go, square that way. I'm going to go hair more. If I line the caliper square with the landing gear, and then the point of it right to where it hits this part, That gives me a controlled where I'm measuring from. That'll work. And now let's make sure we look aligned as far as its curves going with the curve of the ship, and it is. So we can start squeezing the water out from underneath it. Oh, that's really going to go cool. And that gold, especially being laid over top of silver, really is starting to look like that gold. All right. I think I like that. And for this one, I'm going to cut this one off again. So this will be the first pair. And then those can be set in a set. Now that I have one down, I can actually start going by eye. But all right, now last time we went. Yeah, that's pretty good that way. I might just a hair over, but now we just need the center as far as spacing. I think that looks fine. Yep. Yeah, and the 5mm is working good. Okay. So we keep trucking. Yep. Yeah, these are loosening up really nice. Try to get a little bit more of the soapy water. Didn't make that easy, did they? I'm liking that. How's our gapping between the... Oh, and of course it's going to move. But it looks like I can just hit that edge and that gives me the little clear part of the film, pushes it back in. And you're going to be the same way. You're going to not want to move now. When I'm wiping you, trying to get the air and moisture out from you, you're going to start sliding again. Like that. There we go. I should have got the other set going. I think it's easier to have them off because the way they have them facing on this. It's a little easier getting rid of that one that's in the way. Last one of these. I always like to give them one little extra dip before I bring them over. It helps them slide off the sheet better. Nice. That really goes good with the Aztec. Now I'm bringing that gold up there. I think we can get it. Very cool. Alright, so let's find our front again because I'm completely lost. What's our... And we'll probably open up everyone, but yeah, that's not you. I'm thinking it's this one. Nope, that's the conveyor belt. So it's got to be you. Yep, winner. I think I have some gold to touch up on that stair rail. Yeah, right there. Alright, so that's center. We're going to come off of these guys. And these guys are going to sit like that. I'm going to figure out the spacing off the... Yeah, that'll work. I'll figure out the spacing off the rim here. I put some right there. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to go with 10. Because then I would put that one out like that. That way they're not real close, but they're not, you know, with Enterprise they would do right in the center. They would do something like that. But I kind of like them in like they suggest. But like I said, this is your own ship, which is nice. It's not... It's not like you're trying to reproduce something that's already out there. So you can definitely make it your own. I'm really looking forward to doing the other one too, with the clear domes and doing the silvers and the flying saucer from Area 51. Is that what it's called? Where is she? Yeah, UFO from Area 51. That one's going to be cool too. Alright, so it's going to be about somewhere here. Too much water. All right. Probably the best way would be to use this part. To get it to try to fall on a straightish line is what I'm trying to slightly figure out here. But at least I look through this decal and I can get a good straightish line there. make sure the slashes are going the right way. Because the part that has the, oh, that's got one on each. Oh, so it's a different writing. Oh, gotcha. So this is how I am. I have the writing on the wrong side. This one they have on this side now, and I don't think it really matters. I don't even know what those symbols are, let alone. Good enough. Yeah, when I look from across, maybe this. See a little water there. Where's that Q-tip? Oh, on my caliper. It's hard to tell because the Aztecing has a grid, but I didn't make sure everything was perfectly square because the masking I used was for the Enterprise refit, and it's a little bit of a larger saucer, but it still gave me those good where everything is kind of coming up in triangles. So it worked fine. Alright, that's the bottom ones, right? Correcto mundo. Except for putting in the ones that I want to put on the inside. But I'll worry about that another time. I don't need to do that on camera. Yeah, I'm going to go right off the edge of that Aztecing. That's what we're going to do. That's close enough for me. I think that's... There's no real way to measure on a round thing. Dab and get rid of the excess. Get a little water here. Yep. Oh, it's so nice to have another color on here. Yeah, that's the ticket. Let's see if we can get this one on quick. Reuse. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, because this is a fairly new kit last year, so they're definitely getting better decals. See how I wanted to make sure all that. You can get that edge right on the edge. So when you come down, it's good. Better. I like. Sweet. Alrighty then. Do the big back one. I think so. A big brush for this. This one almost reaches the gold band on the outside. It's a little wider than that one, so I don't have too much water as far as coverage. pretty damn close according to that, but I don't know how. Right on the edge of point and right on the edge of point. But still, that doesn't mean it's. I think that works for me. Let's go shoot up here. Whoa, hey yo. Just to make sure, just like the other one, that we don't see any silver in between the dome and that. Like I said, I think a little bit won't, because it'll kind of blend your eye. Your eye won't probably pick up on it because of the big chrome or silver dome. Okay, welcome back to putting the decals on the flying saucer. We got the big stripes here to do. And I think I'm going to do those inside the landing gear wells. And you got all these to do. Those we're not doing. But it's looking good so far. I'm really happy with it. Those dried down nice. So let's keep continuing. At the bottom, I believe we're all done. Yeah. Wasn't a whole lot on the underside. Except for doing inside these. Which we'll do in a little bit. But let's, I wonder if we should jump to those, because then I can finish those and then do the tops and let it sit like this and not disturb it. So this should be interesting. We got 3 of these circles to do. And those 3 areas there. So let's get those cut out. And here we got a nice rainy Saturday. So you're probably going to hear some thunderstorms. Probably cut this right at the center here. Let's start getting some of this stuff. I should have done this before I started filming. But I'll probably edit this out. Okay, so we got one of those. Now this is going to be, we got to find, that's got to be the center. Or should I say the one with the, alright, so this is the plain one. So this should be fun. I should probably get one of those lights soaking. It's even going to be hard for me to see in there. And try to get some water. And then we got to remember what side's what. So that should go like that. And I'm going to have to probably actually do this like this. So you guys aren't going to be able to see this at all. It looks like the decal's bigger than the opening. Or the back wall, so I'm just going to let the rest of it roll over onto the ceiling. Yeah, I mean, that's the best you can do with it. I can't quite see if it's all the way down, but it's hitting. Oh, if I close the door a little bit, I can see, yeah, it's hitting. Or the landing gear door. Alright, we'll do the next one. Oh, well, let's get the ceiling decal in there. Boy, it's raining. They said it was going to. I'm glad it held off for most of the day. Now this I want to cover the light bulb just to give it something different than a light bulb look. And these were kind of little extras they gave you. So let's see if we can get this to stick down and act like an alien light. I don't know. Yeah, let's have to center it and see if I can get this solution to make it settle. The decal's still a little stiff. Alright, then the next one, because we got that one ready, and let's get another light one ready. And again, I'm probably going to have to do this the same way so I can actually see. But you guys can't. I am hearing a little crackling in this decal, so I'm being very careful. I've just had some bad luck. Decals lately, and these are a tough film paper. I can feel on these at least. Alright. And that light's trying to soak down, but for these doors, they got heavy duty springs. There we go. And I need to touch up. Let's wait for it to thunder there. Yeah, I got to touch up that railing right there. And maybe in a couple other spots. But how are you doing, aliens? Oh, hope if I didn't clamp you. There we go. Give you a little extra wetness, and let's go for it. This one's going to be even more fun because I got a railing in the way. I saw a couple little cracks, but nothing ever broke, like apart. And now that it's stuck back there, you can't even tell, but wow. There we go, there's the 3 aliens. Okay, now we need to put its ceiling light on. I don't know if this is turning out to be a bad idea with these ceiling lights. The hardest part is trying to keep them centered too. Yeah, you can tell they're so stiff right now. I remember to pick it up. I want to be spinning it on that control board. So let's just let them set. And we'll keep messing with them. If not, I'll go in there and just take them out with a Q-tip. Should we go with the big fancy? Yeah. Because then we can base the writing that's going to be on. Actually, we're looking at this the wrong way. That. There we go. needs. So we're going to go with the gold one first, because that kind of goes off the red triangles. And then the red stripe goes off the gold, kind of. So we got to try to match these golds up first. There we go. Saw a piece of dirt. Are we moving? Yep. So we'll just pick a spot and get some more moisture down here so we can do some moving. See where we want you to. Alright, let's hold it and see if it tells us where or how it wants to lay. I'm noticing it's good to make that one overlap a little bit. I think we can, oh, we can go, that red could hit, from what it looks like, the gold rim. So we can kind of judge that. That's how we can judge it, and just bring it in until it looks nice. And then this angle fits nice on here. Okay. That's what we'll do. This is the fun part. She doesn't want to quite slide off it. She wants to kind of leap off it. We're way off on this one. Yeah, now you're blending better. There we go. It's a trick of not disturbing it. And I gotta get that chip over there before it starts setting up on where it is right now. Very nice. We're getting there, so now we will go with the red. I wonder if I should do this so I can see the side better. Get her in there, soaking. I don't know where you're going to be yet. You're so new. So we're going to kind of try to pick a spot and go. Nice and easy. And that right away isn't a bad area. We just yeah, there we go. That needs to definitely move like that. Like I said, we're not replicating anything. This isn't a reproduction. We got room to interpret. I'm gonna hold this and try to make the decal make its own. I mean, that's about what they're showing. I mean, I could bring it more like this just to give it a little more spacing there. But I think it's better. It brings it a little more forward. I'm going to say that's good. It's got a good line with with the gold stripe. At least, like I said, now this one gives us an idea where we need to put the water. They're getting really close. I think I'm going to call that it. This is as close as we're going to get because everything's a little bit off. Get a sunny look with the top on. Oh, I like it. She's looking good. The Aztecing really helps. Gave it a little uniqueness. Yeah. Alright, let's try this. These decals have been coming off the backing paper pretty quick. But they are, like I said, they are a stiff decal, boy. I didn't notice it as much on smaller ones. Well, once I got into these, I did. I think the best thing to do is to get this so we're kind of straight on. There's a lot of water there we don't need. Looks pretty good to me. I don't know if I can get any coordinated measurements. That's pretty good. Now can we dry it off without moving it? First, let's get rid of all this. That creates a... I need a new Q-tip because this one's waterlogged. So that's why we'll use it for out here. Well, I'm going to take a break. We'll do the... Well, you know what? Let's do it. Listen to it, but to do it. And maybe I should do it while it's there. There's a little gnat or something flying on my face. Maybe I'll do it, put it on here while it's here so I can get it centered since I know this is the way I want this dome to fit on. How does it go down? Alright, yeah, it goes down like that. Oh, each window comes off by itself? Are you kidding me? So I can space them out how far I want. Okay, I thought it was one decal. I didn't look close enough. Oh, it has a weird cosmic, or they're kind of transparent black. They're kind of like a, I'm seeing this glitter from the, that's funny. I'm seeing the glitter from the dome coming through. Or did it have a little bit of a cosmic weirdness to them? No, I'm not seeing it here. But boy, when I shine it in the light, I can see almost through it. That's neat. That's going to work really neat. Since we don't have the windows lit. But I think that's pretty centered. So now we, this is weird. I didn't know I had to do each one separately. It's kind of nice because now I can space them the way I want them. But then we got to make sure all our spacing's the same. But I think I'm going to space mine a little further than they did. I'm on the fence on how close I want these together. I don't know if I can show you there. I was thinking maybe going a little further because on theirs they show them quite tight together. But I'm thinking I want to come in a little bit more than that. I think that's a little too wide. Yeah. I think a little closer together is better. I just didn't like the bigness of the gap between them. It started not looking like a window frame thing. It started looking like a, I don't know, it just looked too big. I probably should have came up with a consistency on the gapping. Or are we just eyeballing it here, Kevin? I think we should come up with some number here. 3 mil. And that's, wow, that's exactly what that is. And that's pretty much there too. So 3 millimeters. That's what we'll put in between. Now the other problem is since it's curving and we got to make sure the spacing's even and the tops look level. Yeah, I like that. I think that spacing works there. Okay, well let's get the others down. Let it dry up on the paper. Alright, last window. And then I'll start hitting them with stuff to get them to settle around that curve. Because we do have a couple fold areas where it's just bulging. But they will definitely settle. Once they start semi-sticking, I can actually use this solution and press with the brush, or use a cotton swab with a little bit of it, and actually start getting them to set down. Yeah, everything's looking great. Everything's settling down great. We'll end it there. The decals are on. I'll just keep working those so they settle. And the same thing with those lights on the bottom, and I'll let you, then we'll come back and see for sure if they actually settle in. What else has got to be done to the base besides actually running the wires, putting the switch and the jack in? But that we'll do when we're ready to set. Because this, we got to get these, once these decals set up, this we can clear coat. And then I can actually feel safe to permanently put this window on. Because I want to take that off to clear coat it. Because I don't want this on when I clear coat. It probably wouldn't hurt it because it is a hazy plastic because it's supposed to be anyway. But let's not. So until next update, thanks for watching.